I'm Congressman Jim McGovern, the author of the Resolve Tibet Act, and with President Biden's signature, this major bill is now the law of the land. I am thrilled. The United States once again affirms our strong support for the rights of the Tibetan people under international law, including their right to self-determination. With its bipartisan passage, we hope to restart dialogue between Tibet and China to resolve the decades-long dispute over Tibet's autonomy and governance, in keeping with U.S. policy. The Tibetans are willing. The People's Republic of China should come to the table. Our message is clear. No more false claims about Tibetan history or culture. Tibet has not been a part of China since ancient times, and America will stand loud and clear for the truth. I am proud to stand in solidarity with the Tibetan people, and I always will. Their history, language, culture, and religion will never be erased. The Tibetan people will prevail in their long struggle for human dignity.
Hello, I'm Senator Todd Young from the state of Indiana. Over the past several years, I've worked with my colleague Jeff Merkley on legislation to encourage a peaceful resolution to the dispute between Tibet and China. At long last, I'm thrilled that this bill is headed to the President's desk to be signed into law. I want to thank the Office of Tibet and the International Campaign for Tibet for your tireless advocacy for this legislation. Your brave leadership on this issue has been instrumental in making the case for why American leadership, grounded in liberal values like pluralism, religious freedom, and self-determination, is so critical to ensuring a safer, more secure future for Tibet and the Tibetan people. The Chinese Communist Party is not happy with this legislation, which tells you all you need to know. For too long, we've watched the CCP attempt to break the will and the cohesion of the Tibetan people. I believe this bill is a step in the right direction to correcting that and to putting us on a better footing to support the freedom-loving aspirations of the Tibetan people. At a time when truth and freedom are under assault by the CCP everywhere, we're pushing back against their unacceptable status quo. As we continue to advocate for freedom for the Tibetan people, I look forward to working with my colleagues in the administration to make sure this legislation is a success. Thank you for your support.
Senator Jeff Merkley here. All people should have the right to live in peace and decide their own future. But the people of Tibet have not had those freedoms for more than 70 years. We just took an important step toward changing that. President Biden signed into law my bipartisan bill to support Tibet, which passed Congress overwhelmingly. This bill empowers the State Department to counter the Chinese government's attempt to rewrite, or in some cases, erase history. And it encourages dialogue between the leaders of Tibet and China to reach a peaceful resolution. This is a step forward, and I will keep fighting to protect the human rights of all peoples around the world.
The timing of this visit couldn't be better. We are here just 1 week after the House of Representatives and the Congress passed the Resolve Tibet Act. This bill makes it clear the United States believes Tibet has its own unique language, religion, and culture, and has a right to self-determination. The bill also requires the State Department to aggressively challenge CCP propaganda about Tibet. So along with my friend Congressman Jim McGovern, who is also here today, and the author of the bill, I am proud to have sponsored this legislation, and I want to thank him for working with me to get this bill and Congressman Meeks on the committee to get this bill to the President's desk, where it will be signed in the coming days.